evening, friends. This evening session is dedicated to class 12, and as you know, the board exam, after board exam is also very close, and we are having very short time. We have to revise, and we have to keep on, revising all the lessons. After the pre-board exam, the students may think in little slow that they will keep their subjects for some other days, and they get involved in solving maths, physics. That is good. Let them do their other subjects equally every day in routine wise. They should divide their time and devote equal attention on all the subjects. But as far as English is concerned, this is the task which should be done continuously every day. So now we are just revising the first lesson, that is the last lesson, and then we are going to first do the objective questions. The last lesson by Alfonso Daudet. Of course, we are going to do the objective questions because 40% of the questions will be objective. So let us pay attention on objective as well as subjective. The very first question is, I started for school very late that morning and was in great dread of a scolding, especially because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles, and I did not know that first word about them. So, question is, that is based on this extract, whom does I refer to in the extract? The answers given, the four choices are given. First one is Franz, second one is M. Hamel, third one is Bismarck, fourth one is the narrator. Obviously, Franz is the answer, because Franz, when he reached the school, he was little afraid of getting scolded by M. Hamel, as M. Hamel had already given him assignment on participles. Perhaps he was afraid of getting scolded and he has not prepared the homework, and particularly, so the right answer is Franz. Why was Franz afraid? Of course, Franz was afraid of getting scolded by M. Hamel. So the choice number C is correct, of being questioned by M. Hamel on participles. Franz was afraid of being questioned by M. Hamel on participles. The third question is, what made Franz think about spending the day out of door for a moment? The choices given are, boredom arising out of the participles, B, warm and bright weather beside chirping of birds, war fight by the, obviously the choice number B is the right answer, warm and bright weather besides chirping of birds. And then fourth question in the extract, which word means discipline? The word here discipline is drilling. Yeah, drilling is the right word for discipline. Another extract number 2. Yeah, my children, this is the last lesson. Before that, we should go through this one. Usually when school began, there was a great bustle which could be heard out in the streets. The opening and closing of desk, lessons repeated in unison, very loud, and so on. The last word is here, yes, his arm. Now the question, what was observed when the school began usually? The choices given, the first choice is a lot of activity leading to noise. Choices B, cleanness of the school premises. C, lessons of the patriotism. D, focus on the language. The right answer is a lot of activity leading to noise. Whenever friends reach the school, usually what happened, a lot of noise came from the classroom. It was shifting of the desk, and shifting of the desk, and also closing of the desk, and making the the repetition of the lessons again and again. So the activities in the classroom led to a lot of noise. That is the right answer. Question B, why was Franz afraid to enter the class? Obviously, he was late and he saw M. Hamel walking up and down. So having seen his teacher M. Hamel walking up and down, He was just frightened. Perhaps he would be scolded for, and that is the reason why he was quite afraid to enter the class. What was Mr. M. Hamel holding under his arm? Obviously, he was holding an iron ruler. Yes, he used to hold an iron ruler. In the extract, what means clamor? Of course, commotion. Clamor means commotion, repeated noise. Now we'll move on to short question, and that is subjective. A very short question. First question is, how different was the scene in the classroom on the day of the last lesson? When French reached the school campus, the school premises, it was unusually quiet. On the normal days, there used to be a lot of commotion, there used to be a lot of noises, and there used to be a lot of gathering. But that day, the school premises appeared to be quite, strange, and there was completely quietness and a strange solemnness there in the campus. He was late for the school and thought that Mr. M. Hamel would scold him, but contrary to his expectation, M. Hamel didn't scold him. Rather, he invited him to come inside. He spoke kind words. So he was quite surprised to see the behavior and the way he was treated by his teacher. He was not at all, he was confused just to find that instead of getting scolded, he was being invited by his teacher MML. So this really confused. And the most surprising thing was the village elders were sitting on the last bench. That was the most surprising thing, that he found the village elders sitting on the last bench. And this is the last question of the day. Who occupied? No, this is the last question. This one. How different did Mr. M. Hamel look that particular morning? The last lesson. Yeah, Mr. M. Hamel was wearing a special ceremonial dress. That was his, the dress was just being put on a special occasion. It was his beautiful green coat, frilled shirt, and a little black cap, all embroidered, that he never wore except on inspection day and a special occasion, particularly on prize day. So he was wearing that ceremonial dress. That means he was wearing, beautiful, green coat, a frilled shirt, and a little black silk cap, all embroidered. So this dress he never wore on common days. He wore only on a special days, particularly on inspection day or on prize day. That is the reason why it was quite different. He looked quite different. Unlike other days, he was dressed in a ceremonial way, and it was a very peculiar way because he was wearing the coat, the green coat that he often put on the occasion of prize day and inspection day. He was also having a little black silk cap, all embroidered. So this clearly suggests that perhaps it was his last lesson, and that is how we conclude today's lesson. Thanks a lot.